10 structure demolitions gone wrong. Welcome back to World Architect. In this video, we will be going over the craziest footage of buildings being demolished, but it didn't go as planned. The best controlled demolitions are spectacular and make the whole process look very easy. In reality, it's not quite as simple as it looks. Today we're counting down our picks for 10 structure demolitions gone wrong. If you're new to our channel, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget to turn on our post notification so you never miss any of our insane content. Number 10. A demolition team has been left red-faced after their explosives failed to topple this half-century-old silo in Red Bank, Australia. It began to collapse, but got stuck in a position resembling the Leaning Tower of Pisa as it stood at an angle. Apparently, 100 kilograms of explosives are not enough to destroy this huge silo. For around 40 minutes, it was left leaning to one side. In the end, an excavator was used to push the building the rest of the way over. Number 9. This demolition of an old silo in Denmark took a turn for the worse when the tower not only fell in an unexpected direction, but in the direct opposite one intended. A crowd had gathered in the town of Vordingborg to watch the collapse of the concrete silo. After initially sinking to the left, the 173-foot concrete tower unexpectedly lurched to the right towards a cultural center housing the town's library and music school. No one was inside the cultural center, which had been evacuated prior to the demolition as a safety measure. Onlookers can be heard shouting in the background as the silo begins to topple in the wrong direction. Number 8. This footage was taken on December 30th, shows a 22-floor residential building being demolished in the city of Liuzhou in southern China. The building was being destroyed to make way for real estate projects. The demolition failed due to technical reasons. Experts had intended for the building to break into two parts, but the rest of the experiment had clearly gone wrong. Instead of crumbling into a contained heap of rubble, half of the building crashes sideways to the ground, narrowly averting disaster. Even more alarmingly, the other half is left still standing, but leaning to the side. The second half of the building has since been demolished by a crane. Number 7. The demolition of an 80-foot-tall factory building in Kankiri, Turkey, almost resulted in tragedy when instead of crumbling to the ground, it toppled onto its side and rolled onto its roof. The building was constructed in 1928 and was being demolished in order to start construction of a new shopping center. The structure crashes onto its roof where it comes to rest upside down in a cloud of dust. No reported casualties. Number 6. The Silver Dome, 30 miles northwest of downtown Detroit, was first hailed as one of the world's best sporting venues that once hosted the Pope, a Super Bowl, and the World Cup. The demolition of Detroit's 80,000-capacity arena began with a partial implosion that was supposed to bring down the structure's upper section. When the explosives were detonated, very little happened apart from a few puffs of smoke. The crews successfully imploded the Pontiac Silverdome on Monday afternoon, just over a day after the first planned implosion failed. The demolition company tasked with the implosion said that 8 charges got disconnected, preventing the fall of the Silverdome. Adamo Executive Vice President Rick Capitelli said, "We had a lot of difficulty getting people out of here the other night. We don't know if someone accidentally pulled the wire off. We don't know. We're still researching that." If you've made it this far in the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to our channel. It'll help us a lot so that we can keep bringing you these awesome videos. Number 5. The Broadway Bridge is an arch bridge that spans the Arkansas River, connecting the cities of Little Rock, Arkansas and North Little Rock, Arkansas. This bridge began construction in 1921 and opened on March 14, 1923. This 5-span structure was 2,783 feet long and 40 feet wide and provided 24.3 feet of vertical clearance. The bridge closed on September 28, 2016 for demolition of the truss span and construction of the replacement. It was demolished on October 11th. After explosives were detonated, the span remained standing. Severing the span should have taken about 30 seconds, but a demolition crew had to spend another 5 hours on the job, eventually pulling it down with a cable. Number 4. The former Oceanfront Marlborough House condominium building collapsed when a planned demolition went horribly wrong, sending one person to hospital. Workers from GC Construction of Miami captured the building collapse on cell phone video. The 12-story building collapsed, and the front portion of the building fell onto Collins Avenue where a crowd had gathered. The general public and demolition crew members were in danger because neither the general contractor nor the subcontractors kept people or traffic at a safe distance and failed to file a required maintenance of traffic plan that protects the public from tragedies like this. Number 3. A 300-foot smokestack in Springfield, Ohio was being demolished at an old Ohio power plant, toppled in the wrong direction, and sent spectators scrambling to avoid the sparking lines, knocking down two 12,000-volt power lines and crashing onto a building housing backup generators. No injuries were reported. Officials estimated that about 4,000 customers in the Springfield area, about 25 miles northeast of Dayton, lost power because of the downed lines. Number 2. The mill was built in 1902 to 1903 on the northwestern outskirts of Pell City. The process of demolishing a smokestack at Pell City's Avondale Mills was more involved than expected. The historic cotton mill has been part of the city's history since 1902. It closed in 2006 and was destroyed by a fire 2 years later. The city agreed to implode the structure because it says the 180-foot chimney is a public safety risk. The crews at the scene said the smokestack's base was thicker than engineers thought, causing them to recharge the blast and detonate it a second time. After the second attempt, they tried to use a backhoe to knock over the smokestack. Part of the smokestack fell on the backhoe, but the driver was unharmed in the incident. Number 1. This stadium was built in 1979 in St. Petersburg, Russia, and was considered unique because of its 56 columns that held up the structure. Workers were clearing the site of the St. Petersburg Sports and Concert Complex to make way for what is being billed as the world's largest ice arena. Drone video from the Fontanka news agency appeared to show the worker failing to get into a crane cradle as the sports complex begins to collapse. He appears to be too late though, as the man gets swallowed by the rubble. He was later found dead under the rubble. The building was set to be demolished with a live stream set up to record it. As the footage shows, it appears the collapse happened too early. Well guys, that's going to conclude our video of the 10 structure demolitions gone wrong. Let us know what you think in the comments section down below. Make sure to drop a like on today's video and subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget to turn on our post notifications so you'll never miss any of our brand new videos when they go live on the channel. With all being said, I'll see you in the next video.